Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one, between the Carolina Panthers and our home team. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Mike, ready? Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And his first pass is incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Don't get nervous. Mike 5'9", Here we go.
Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. He's going to, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Mike front forward. Hey, let's get in that hole.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
To the set. 188. Watch the pass. Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight.
Now on second and 13. Newton. And caught left side, Olsen. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Yeah, Greg, Olsen's back for his 13th NFL season. The last 9 have been in a Panthers uniform. Only 9 games for him a year ago, 7 the season before due to injuries. But when healthy, a 1,000-yard receiver in 2014, 15, and 16.
He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Fourth down and less than a yard.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Newton takes it himself and able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Cam Newton is one of the most athletic, most unique quarterbacks we've ever seen. And his athleticism doesn't just show up when he's flipping over guys. It shows up even on plays as simple as quarterback sneaks.
Ready. To the set. Ready. 54 miles. Yeah. You don't want none. Slam. 20.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
You ain't got nothing. 8. Set. 8. 20. Greg.
Just beating the play clock is Newton. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
This is something that we expected to see. McCaffrey used out of the backfield. 107 catches in 2018, the most in one season by an NFL running back.
Ready. 33. 54.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
23 yards the pickup there. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'd be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert?
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Winston gives to Barber. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd and 2, Winston. And this will be incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And it's 3rd and short. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Jameis to throw it. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Carolina getting set to take the field. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Bucs' 37-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Newton now to throw. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
That's it. 180. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Get him. Get him. Get him.
This is McCaffrey on the give. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Go.
They fake the give. Newton. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and the Panthers in for the score. He doesn't need a lot of space for an electric run. He showed that there. Heck, they told us this week they were hoping he would break a big one. He just did.
And what did his offensive – remember we talked with the offensive line? And one of the guys, one of the stalwarts said, I don't even have to make a great block for him. I just breathe bad breath on the guy in front of me. Often that opens up enough space for him to go.
This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Winston now. He sets to fire deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
A very solid gain of 27. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. The shotgun snap for Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
From the 50, Newton. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing, Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he goes out right around the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
I got you. I got you. Hey, 58's the money. Go 58's the money. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Again, it's Winston. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Winston. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Here's Winston. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
They come out here in the eye. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start in the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 19-yard line.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Gun.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. Able to push his way through.
Here we go.
At their own 17-yard line.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to look deep for more. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, 83 yards. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Extra point try good by Gano. And we are tied at 21. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Ready? White 25. 54 Mike. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let's go.
Jameis now on 1st down. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
To try again after the sack. Winston throwing middle, but it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Now Winston. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They needed 17, and they got 18. A defensive lapse there, and it's a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Winston looking downfield, and that's caught inside the 30. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 39 yards there, a big one. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year. And
Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Bucs are going to take the lead.
And that third counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Looking to throw again on second down. Newton, and they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. On first down, it's Newton. Dancing to his left. And he rifles one incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
On second and 10, Newton. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards on the play, first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
The last run got 6, now second and 4. Here's Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He may try and run for this. And he slides to avoid the hit. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check it.
From the gun, here's Newton. Forced out to his left. And an alley to run. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2 and to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Following the interception, Winston. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. On play action, Winston. Miller on the catch over the middle. The 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scott Miller, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
At their own 25-yard line.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's Samuel, caught left side. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Look at 180. 45. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Great.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Eluding the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You've got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Newton now to throw. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 16 yards, a 1st down. Newton now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. In on the stop, Vernon Hargreaves.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. This is fielded at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, look at that. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The back.
And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh finding the path to the QB there. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Panthers' 34-yard line.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tampa Bay, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.